interdependence and making space for the stories of others. So today's practice is about intention. And intention is one of those words that's often used in this very fluffy, new age sort of way that can actually be off-putting and annoying to people like myself. But the truth is, intention, at least in the way that we're going to talk about it, is about agency, ownership, authorship, and autonomy. And it's about telling your body who you want to be in the world. Now, there's a really simple practice called Tonglen that we're going to cover briefly below. For those of you who are in our private community, we're going to be doing this practice together for a week during our May cohort. But for everybody else, here I'm going to share at least the way that I use this practice in the world pretty much every day. So Tonglen asks us to use our breath to transmute and transform the pain and suffering we see in the world into hope, healing, compassion, connection, curiosity, and ultimately love. And one of the most profound insights that I find in my own life is the idea of interdependence, this notion that we're all connected in ways both obvious and obscure, and often actually quite invisible ways. Things that are these threads that are often invisible, that tie us together, that tether us to each other, that we just simply don't have enough distance to really recognize. We don't see how connected we are. Again, I don't want to go into a tangential line of thought here, but one of the things that you can do to sort of get in touch with this spirit of interdependence, connection, compassion, and community is to really take a moment and ask yourself, who impacted your day today? Close your eyes and see if you can bring a stranger to mind. Not somebody that you know, not a friend, not a coworker, not certainly your family. Somebody that is a stranger. And somebody you wouldn't ordinarily think about after you've exited their orbit, but who may really have impacted your day. Allow your mind to drift back to that interaction, and no matter how seemingly small it may seem, and it doesn't have to be some superhero who did something spectacular. As a matter of fact, it's often best to find the magic in the mundane. So for me, for an example, one of the things that I'll do is maybe who let me in line, or who stepped aside, stepped back, slid over, showed up, stepped up, sacrificed, or even simply smiled. And that may seem really insignificant, but it's not. So who did you that small service or kindness or some random favor? And again, this could be as simple as somebody just letting you into line or into traffic or into the lane that you just waved away with a smile. But think about this person and really bring them to mind. Bring their life, their challenges, their loves, their hopes, their dreams, their fears, their foibles, their frailties, whatever it is that you can bring to mind to connect you to this stranger. Do that. And for me, anyway, this is really the magic of mindfulness in its intentional practice through cultivating compassion and an understanding of this really big idea of interdependence, that we are all part of a fabric of mystery. And there is so much about our lives that we don't understand but for our own, or but through even our own narrow sort of perspective. But when you broaden and step back and really see that we're all connected, we start to really make room for the stories of others. And it inclines our minds towards love and compassion and curiosity and ultimately gratitude. So spend a day intentionally cultivating gratitude for the small, seemingly insignificant interactions that you may ordinarily overlook, and yet these often are so important and allow our lives to grow and flow in the directions of greater and greater happiness and fulfillment. So thank them, this stranger that you've brought to mind, quietly to yourself. Smile, see them smile back, wish them happiness and peace, and ask yourself how I'm going to do today. Not what am I going to do today, but how am I going to do today? Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. I hope you'll join us. I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the community below. Thanks so much, and I'll see everyone tomorrow.